Right. Are we on? We're live? Looks like it.
Think so. Yeah.
Lost Ragan. Ragan, are you there?
Goodness, I don't know what's happening or what is happening.
Uh-oh, I hear like
I know what's going on.
feedback.
Okay,
It's a little better
Jesse.
now.
Okay, and I see Nate. All right. Wow.
It works. I think it's good now.
Everything I wanted to go there. Okay, what were you all seeing? Because I didn't see any.
It was good. It just froze a little bit. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just frozen.
Well,
It froze for a
something
little bit.
happened. I froze for a little
Yeah,
bit.
me too.
And now it looks.
Yeah, it's looking good now.
And now it looks like it's trying to play the video.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. That was fun. So 2 minutes of dead air. That is how it's supposed to go.
Well,
So welcome back. Yes. Welcome back to So You Want to Lead a Party. Nate and I have been away for a little bit, and we've got a guest, Jesse, Dr. Future, with us on a very special episode where we talk about the dangers of smoking and why you shouldn't smoke.
Oh, so is this like an intervention instead of an episode?
No, we're going to do like a 80s sitcom episode where we deal with serious subjects but then laugh throughout them.
All right. So does that mean we're smoking on the show?
I mean, if you got them, smoke them. You know, if you want to smoke, go ahead and smoke. I'm okay with that.
It's a family-friendly program.
Okay. I don't know about family-friendly. Okay. Does anyone remember Different Strokes?
I do remember it a bit. Yeah.
Okay. Am I crazy? Or was there an episode about a guy who owned a bicycle shop molesting kids?
100%.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. What?
Yeah. Yeah, that episode scared the hell out of everyone who's like 40 years old now.
To this day, I will never go into a bicycle shop. To this day. Yeah, please. Oh my gosh. I thought I had imagined that crap, which says a lot about me if I thought I had dreamed that up. That says a lot.
It's a very weird episode. It's very, it means well. I think the message is like trying to say something helpful, but it's very weird. It's a very weird, it's played very weirdly. There's parts that are played for laughs that you're like, I don't think this is it. There's like weird pictures of the kids taking their shirts off and taking photos and
Wait,
stuff.
it wasn't two boys. It was like their friend or something like that, wasn't it?
I think so. I recently watched a YouTube video about this, so I
Okay.
remember it well enough to know that like the way that he like had pictures, he had like a photo album of other kids with their shirts off, and that's how he was like, "Hey, look, do you want to take a picture and be in the book?" To Arnold's friend.
Yes.
I forgot what Arnold's friend's name was. Like I don't know if it was like another little black kid.
It was. It was a little black kid.
Yeah, he had another little black friend.
Oh man!
Or was it like he had another friend that was like a little blonde boy, I think too, but I don't think it was that one in that episode.
I think Nate is researching it. Nate,
Yeah.
Are you researching it? Yes, Nate is researching it.
Man
Yes.
is apparently the name of the episode. It is a 2-part, very special episode, says Wikipedia.
That sounds right.
Wikipedia. Yeah. Henry Cavill will never be on this show if you're using Wikipedia.
Why? Why is that?
Because apparently a journalist went up to Henry Cavill and was like, "Yeah, I read about this on Wikipedia." And Henry Cavill was like, "Yeah. Wait, what? Wikipedia? What?" And that's the whole purpose of this show. Nate and I want to meet Henry Cavill.
Oh, okay.
That is the only reason why we do this show.
Well,
so we're
hopefully
making our way.
Pivot. Hopefully he'll pivot.
We're making our way up there. First we have Jesse on here, and then we keep going from there. So Jesse, you're going to get us Henry Cavill.
All right, I can try. If he's ever in New York, I'll try to get him down.
All right, there it is. All right, you heard it right here, folks. If Henry Cavill ever shows up in New York, Jesse's going to put him on the show as we talk about very odd episodes of 80s sitcoms instead of what we're actually here for, and that's D&D.
All right. I mean, there's so many weird episodes of so many 80s sitcoms. There was a great episode of Family Ties. You watch Family Ties ever? There's a great episode where they got a gun.
Yes. Who had the gun?
They bought a gun because like there was like break-ins in the neighborhood, and they ended up going to like some neighborhood watch seminar, and like a cop shows up and he's like, "Yeah, you better just get a gun. You better keep your family safe and get a gun." So like some cop told them to do that. It's like season 1 of Family Ties.
The public reception section on Wikipedia, if you follow the thread of very special episode, public reception, the purpose of a very special episode is generally to raise awareness of an issue and encourage those affected to seek help if necessary. For example, the Different Strokes episode, The Bicycle Man, in the same year it was released, influenced a child in LaPorte, Indiana, to inform his mother of a pedophile in the area, and the LaPorte Police Department credited the episode for the man's arrest.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, because I think what the episode did well was to say like, "Hey, these things are not good."
Okay.
and then the little kid sees that and they're like, "Oh no, I thought that was, I didn't know that was a bad thing because like adults were lying to me."
Right. Yeah, it's sort of like that little girl who used her watching Law and Order SVU to be able to get away from a pedophile.
Oh.
So, a couple of things there. Why is a child watching Law and Order SVU?
Right.
Yeah.
Secondly, that's great. And thirdly, will they now have a very special episode of Law and Order SVU, Children's Edition?
Yeah, it's funny because they can't make an episode about it unless they make a fake SVU in the world of SVU, which would be awesome. That would be so funny if if like Mariska Hargitay turned on the TV in the office, in the police office, and then there was like another beautiful police chief on the TV. It's like, what's going on? And like a fake Ice Cube.
Didn't they do that
I mean, Ice T.
on? They did that on that. Oh, what is it? It was the cops that were in California, and they were working with Patrick Jane, where he, used men ways, but they made a episode of them being recorded in their episode of. So it was a very meta episode.
I like it.
And I remember the name of that show. But yeah, he played a con man or anything like that. Okay, we're here for some D&D, right?
All right. I
Okay,
thought so.
so
I thought I was getting like tricked into an intervention or something.
yes, you were very much being tricked into an intervention. So we are going to do a live build of Carl Sagan.
Yay.
All right. Yes. Okay. So I don't know that much about Carl Sagan.
All right. Well, Carl Sagan was most known as a public figure that was very much an advocate for like expanding scientific research and scientific education. He was big on sort of getting Carl Sagan's main thing was making sure that education was expanded as much as possible. He was very much like a proponent of spreading science. To that point, he was like on the cusp of like sort of populist atheist media. But like before it was like the sort of big machine that we understand it to be today, like before the, I don't know what his name is. There's like a, Bad Boys, Four Horsemen or whatever. Like he sort of pre
Dawkins, Hitchens, Dennett, and
can't remember the last guy. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like there was a big, there was like atheist media was a big thing a few years ago, but he was before that. He was kind of the first person to be like the friendly atheist in the public eye.
Okay.
And not because he like took a position or anything like that, but it was probably because it was just easier to paint him that way. For like people that sort of opposed his ideas and opposed the sort of what he wanted to expand. So it was easy to paint him as a bad guy in that way, in some ways, in some groups.
He wasn't a polemicist, I would say, necessarily. He was an advocate for scientific skepticism.
Yeah, skepticism is a good way to put it. Like he was definitely big on scientific skepticism and spreading that mentality.
Okay. I mean, I know that he founded SETI, the study of extraterrestrial life. I know that he was part of creating that gold record to send out into space to test to see if there was intelligent life out there. I know that he taught at, I want to say Cornell.
Yep.
Is that correct? Yep. After leaving Harvard. And I know that there were those big lawsuits that he had with Apple, because I guess Apple wanted to name their code name for their new laptop was Carl Sagan. And I guess he didn't like that. So he gave them a cease and desist. So they called it something else. He sued them, and then they finally called it something like Butthead Astronomer or something like that. And he sued them again. So it turned into this big, huge thing where they were just using it as a behind the scenes code name, and it was supposed to be an homage to him. But I guess it turned into a big, you know what? Sorry, you.
I love it.
kind of situation.
I love it.
Yeah. But that was crazy to me. I know that he's got 5 kids, and that he unfortunately passed away at a relatively youngish age of 62 from cancer. So that's always tough. I say youngish because I think of like my grandma. My grandma, both of my grandmothers lived into like their 80s, close to 90s. So when you die in your 60s, it's kind of like, yeah, that's too close to my parents' age.
Yeah, I think 62 is definitely too young.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
else could he have written or talked about? How many more people could he have inspired?
But I understand his show, The Cosmos, was like an international juggernaut and just was translated into so many different languages. And I remember my great uncle, he read his book, The Cosmos, and really enjoyed it because that was a big thing that he was into. So yes, I agree, Flood, screw cancer. Cancer can go to Hades.
Flood's right on the
Um,
money.
yeah, Flood is always on the money. You know what I love about Flood and how he supports all these shows is that he seems to be the cool parent that's in the that's in the stands like, I'm so proud of you. I support you. And I love it. Even though I do tease him mercilessly, mercilessly. Yeah,
He's our
that
internet
word.
dad.
You're
Without
mean.
mercy. Huh?
Yes. Mean.
Yes,
Just
I'm
mean.
very mean. And Andrew is a dad, so he is
Happy
a
Father's
dad.
Day, Andrew.
Yes, happy
Yeah.
Father's Day, and he's our show's dad because he supports us. He
Yeah.
cheers us on. I love it. And Jesse, I guess you're like our big brother because you're just like, you know what? You guys can try this and try that. Try a little bit of this. I've
Yeah,
always wanted a big brother.
I'm nobody's
Thanks.
dad. I don't tell anybody what to do.
Yep.
I'm not about that life.
You're not about that
Nice.
life.
Yeah. I'm more about that punk life.
You're
Yep.
more okay.
Professional uncle, no kids, baby.
That's great. I like that. My brother's gay, so it doesn't really work, but I gotta tell
How
him to
does
adopt
that?
kids.
Yeah, he can still have children.
He doesn't, he's not into it, but someday,
Okay.
maybe, who
Yeah.
knows? The future is
Yeah.
endless.
The future is endless. Okay. So we're getting a little bit sad again. So let us build us a Carl Sagan.
Hell
Let's look at
yeah.
some races for this guy.
I think I know the answer here.
Oh, what do you
Go
want for his
on.
race, Jesse?
Well, I mean, Azamars are part cosmic, so I think
They
if
are.
he's like half Azamar, because like the thing about Carl Sagan is he's a very much a humanist and he's a very human kind of guy. So it's like tough to say that he'll be anything but a human in this.
Hmm.
But as if he's like half Azamar, if that's even possible, I don't know if the rules allow that, but it would make sense for him to be an Azamar that's like protector and
Yeah.
maybe like disguised as a human. He like looks like a human.
Okay. Well, they do kind of look like humans. There's something a little bit off about them. And then you've got the Genasi, who are part human, part Jinn. And
It's another
then,
powerful one.
right, Kalishtar are also part of compound people from humans and renegade spirits from the plane of dreams.
That's pretty great, actually. That's pretty fitting. I think that fits too.
And then, if you're going in that route, trying to think of who else might fit that. Yeah.
What was the one you just showed? Trifun?
So the Kalishtar.
Oh, okay.
Kalashtar.
Let me write that down.
Yeah. The Kalishtar. Okay, so tieflings are from are part human, part what is it?
Demon.
Yeah, part human, but also they're not celestials; they're infernal
Yeah.
beings. Then you've got the Yanti, which are an ancient people.
The Geth. They're like weird ones from beyond the stars. Is there an option?
An option for
Which one was that? I'm just writing them down so I don't forget.
GITH. I don't know if
Okay.
they're included. If they're included in that.
let's see.
GITH.
Mhm.
No. Okay, they're not an option here. Okay.
Yeah, they're not in, and they're not in mine. They're
Okay.
not in mine. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm
No, that's
trying to
all right.
keep up. Yeah, trying to keep up with all the races, but sometimes you have to pay for them to add them
Yeah,
on to D&D Beyond.
I get that.
And unless we get another stimmy from Uncle Biden, yeah,
Uncle Joe.
yeah, Uncle Joe. So Kalistar from Dreams, ASMR, and Janasi. Those are
Cool.
pretty okay. But Jesse, which one did you? Because you're our guest, and so we're going to treat you like you're in Beauty and the Beast. So
I
you're
think
Emma Watson.
Kalishar. I like Kalishar a lot. Like I didn't think about that one before, but I think it's a really good fit. I really like the well, according to the fandom wiki, it's like they're spiritual people, which I think like if you really know Carl Sagan, you could actually make a case that there's a spirituality to his sort of language and vision. Although he
Mm-hmm.
might not agree himself,
He
you
probably
know.
didn't. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, maybe we can go with that. What do we get? Plus
All
two
right.
two wisdom, that makes sense. Plus one charisma, that
Yep.
makes sense. Dual
Yep.
mind, I'm not too
Dual
familiar with
mind,
that.
mental discipline, mind link, severed from dreams.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. He has resistance to psychic damage. That makes sense.
Yep.
Cool.
All
Yeah,
right.
that looks good.
That is what we shall choose.
All right.
Okay. So languages. I always choose the same languages, but I'm going to open this up. I'm going to open this up to everybody.
I mean, let's pick the cosmic language, like whichever that one is.
All right.
Celestial.
Okay. So cosmic languages,
Yeah,
celestial.
celestial probably fits.
Yeah. Unless you go like into primordial or infernal, but celestial makes sense.
Yeah, I think infernal seems a bit too. I don't know.
Evil.
Yeah, maybe a little
Yeah.
heavy.
Considering Sagan wrote a book called The Demon Haunted World.
Oh, that's true.
That is true.
But wasn't the demon ignorance?
Yes. Yes, it was. I'm curious.
All right. Let's class it up, people.
Yeah, this is tricky.
There's a new class in Tasha's apparently called the Circle of Stars Druid, which I would be interested in. But druids, of course, say like they're very much about nature. He was all about discerning the laws of nature and communicating their grandeur and complexity. He was also a communicator, though, too, right? So maybe that says something else.
Okay.
Yeah, let me look at the class list here.
All right. Let me go get my books. I'm going to go get my books.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a case for druid. That sounds good. There's a case for a monk, in a way. There's a case for like a wizard or sorcerer. Probably less interesting. Maybe the druid is the most interesting, I think.
Okay. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
It's tricky with druid because then it's like we have to sort of guess what kind of animal he would want to become.
Sure.
That's kind of tricky. Let's see if I can find out what his favorite animal was.
Oh, okay. So the Circle of Stars allows druids to draw on the power of starlight. These druids have tracked heavenly patterns since immemorial, discovering secrets hidden amid the constellations.
That sounds great.
As a bonus action, you can expend a use of your wild shape feature to take on a starry form
This
rather
is
than
what I've heard
transforming
about.
into a beast.
Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, I think that sounds awesome. Actually, that sounds appropriate.
Oh,
Instead of
bye,
turning into a beast,
Andrew. Yeah,
yeah, that sounds appropriate. What was the name of that form? I'm trying to look it up here.
it says you could take on the starry form. So
All
you
right.
can be an archer, the chalice, or the dragon.
They probably do different stuff.
Yeah, because it's based off of the different constellations.
Ah, that's really cool.
Uh-huh.
That's really cool.
Whenever you finish a long rest, you can consult your star map for omens.
Yeah, this
Uh,
is Circle of Stars Druid.
yep.
Sounds really cool.
And then the dwarf. Oh, no, no, that's a wildfire. Okay. But this is a tiefling druid of the Circle of Stars.
Yeah, this is Tasha's Cauldron build.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I really like this.
All right.
Hopefully it's available. Like if it's not,
It might be. It might be. Let's see. Uh, I'm gonna make him level 20.
Beautiful.
And then let's see. Druid Circle. Is that it? Yes. Circle of Stars. I can do it.
Yay.
Yep, I got it.
Beautiful.
Okay. As I drop my book.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Sorry, book.
that's really cool. I like that. I've never seen this build before.
I've never seen it either, and I have the book. So that tells you I have not been reading like I'm supposed to.
I may have looked at certain things and been like, hey, maybe I'll talk about that with Jesse and Ragan.
That's okay.
That's great. That's
You're allowed
research.
to research, right? You're allowed to do that. Okay, proficiencies. 2 druid skills, animal handling, arcana, insight, medicine, nature, perception, religion, survival.
Like nature and perception, probably.
Okay. So I'm going to do this a little bit backwards. I'm going to jump ahead
I'm
and
gonna
do his
roll.
description
Mm.
for his background.
So that you get like extra points and stuff.
Well, I find that if I do all this other stuff before I choose the background, it doesn't always work. But if I choose the background first and then do all the proficiencies and everything else later,
Hmm.
it seems to go a little bit nicer.
Yeah, I feel like in the book it makes you do background like second
Right.
or something.
Yeah. So, okay, so background. Acolyte, charlatan, city watch, clan crafter, cloistered scholar, courtier, criminal spy, entertainer, faction agent, far traveler, folk hero, gladiator, guild artisan, haunted one, hermit, inheritor, knight.
Hmm.
That was a lot. And that isn't even all of them. Hold on, there's more. Knight of the Order, mercenary veteran, noble, outlander, pirate, sage, sailor, soldier, urban bounty hunter, urchin, um, Uthgart tribe member, and Waterhaven noble. So I know sage and cloistered scholar deal with education.
Hmm. Yeah, that those two are good. Investigator's another one that might work.
Right.
Um, yeah, I wonder if Sage is like too broad.
Let's see. So with
Like,
Sage,
what do you get with Sage?
you get more languages, and your skill
Mm.
proficiencies are Arcana and History.
Like, I mean, that does kind of fit. That does work.
Let's see what the suggested characteristics are. I use polysyllabic words. I've read every book in the world's library. I'm used to helping those who aren't as smart as I am. There's nothing I like more than a good mystery. I'm willing to listen to every side of the argument. I speak slowly when talking to idiots. I am horribly,
Mhm.
horribly awkward in social situations. I'm convinced that people are always trying to steal my secrets.
Wow, those are tough. What about cloistered scholar? Can we get that one? That
Okay.
one might be. That one might be. It's like Sword Coast, so we might be behind a paywall.
Okay. You get to choose another skill proficiency in addition to history, and you get 2 languages. And your suggested characteristics are basically the same as Sage.
Yeah, it looks like the same.
It's like a
Uh,
refined sage.
Yeah, but I think the scholar piece, like the cloistered means what? Like you're more established in some kind of. There's like a foundation. There's like a building around you or something.
okay.
Like it's more institutional. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
He was the head of the Hayden Planetarium for a while.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I think cloistered scholar fits the right like size of the robe.
It says you were taken in by the scholars of the Vault of the Sages or the Map House in Silvery Moon, and now you have struck out to increase your knowledge and to make yourself available to help those in other places who seek your expertise.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that sounds great.
All right.
Cool.
So you need to choose either Arcana or Religion for
Wow.
proficiency.
Hmm. I think Arcana sort of makes if Arcana is like the cosmic stuff,
Mm-hmm.
then that kind of works. But if religion is the cosmic stuff, then that kind of works. So it's kind of hard to say. He's
Arc-
obviously not like an outspoken advocacy for religion, right, as a person. But I think
right.
if we're mapping what religion is in the world of D&D, I think there's wiggle room there. I'm gonna get my
Arc-
water. One sec.
okay. Arcana is the magic stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're
Sorry about
because
that. I forgot to grab my water.
it's typically a wizard skill because it's because wizards are like book based. They study the incantations and all that. So
We did make him a druid, and religion, I think, goes better with a druid, doesn't it? I know it does with a paladin.
it's certainly a because he in okay, so if he's empirically consulting the stars,
Yeah, then
as
that
a
means there's
circle
a
of,
religion there.
as he, so like it is known that omens tell you one thing or another, right? There's weal, there's woe, there's if our fates are if we are, if you will, made of star stuff, then
Yep.
then maybe I guess sure. I'm cool with religion.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. I mean, it's funny because somebody can watch this and be like, why would they give Carl Sagan religion? If you zoom out, but at the same time, it's sort of there's no such thing as like sort of cosmic academia. We're mapping like philosophy.
Right. But it's also D&D, so the thing doesn't necessarily mean what you think it means.
Yeah, I think if we're saying like if like Sagan was against astrology, so maybe in this world astrology is like arcana. And then that means religion is something that's more institutional, more founded, more baseline.
Because the gods do directly intervene in the world, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I guess in this world, religion is like a natural thing as well, in a sense. The
Right.
gods exist; they have like material effect. Yeah, I think let's go with religion. It's good.
Okay. All right, so now we get to choose some more languages.
Right. This is always tricky because it's like we should build a campaign for these characters someday to like actually make these things useful.
Okay, so here's the thing. I started using a fight simulator to see which characters match up with which characters, and some of them did very well. AOC, unfortunately, the way that I built her, got her tail kicked repeatedly. So I need to rebuild
Wow.
AOC. Oh yeah, she got her. Well, I
On
made
the
her a
other hand, if you
gnome.
made a video that says AOC got her ass kicked, that video would get like 1 million views. So
It
on the other
would.
hand,
Right, right.
we might want to
But
keep it in there and advertise it.
oh gosh, I felt so bad. I made her a gnome, so of course she got trounced, like big time.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, that would be interesting to expand this idea to be like, okay, we created these two characters. Now let's see what they do with it if we pit them against each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can definitely do that with this fight simulator because it does help because it tells you like what each character does and how they do up against different types of characters. So, but like yeah, AOC 101 against Marjorie Green, she
Wow.
lost 80% of the time.
Yeah, I think because Marjorie Green is like an ogre.
I did not make her an ogre. I made her a variant human.
Well, she's an ogre in real life, in my heart.
Mm.
She's an evil ogre in my heart.
Yeah, she's yeah. I'm using my business.
Well,
She yeah.
well, with languages, okay, so like if we're actually gonna play D&D, then like I guess common has to be on the list to a certain extent, you know.
Well, they already
Common
start off
Oh,
as
so
common.
common starts
Yeah,
as everyone gets it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
Quarry and Celestial so far.
yeah, we have Celestial and what else?
Common and Quarry.
Yes. So she gets common, quarry, and celestial. So she's already got three. He already has three languages. I typically choose languages that are spoken by baddies that we typically come up against.
Okay.
And that's why I generally go between giant, orc, and dragon.
Or Draconic.
Draconic, yes, thank you.
Depending on if he's.
Yeah, I mean he's a druid and he's pretty seasoned, so it would make sense. It's like kind of like what are the scholarly languages then, right? Like what are the languages of the Draconic? Like who has scholars, right? Do Draconics have scholars? Then like maybe he does speak Draconic.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of lore about the dragons, I'm sure. Like the different dragons, the fight between the metallic dragons and the.
So if you want to go for something, scholarly, minotaurs.
Yeah, minotaurs.
Yeah, minotaur. Because he's celestial and he is part of a celestial being, he would probably also speak infernal.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that works.
Yeah.
Okay, so Minotaur and Infernal?
Yeah, sure. I don't know about Minotaur, but that seems okay. I'm going to look it up.
Okay. All right. We can always change it.
He does not get access to the spell Tongues, which just lets you talk any language to a creature, and it's a 3rd level spell. This spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says. Would be helpful.
Yeah. We can't get it because of what the class? It doesn't fit?
It's accessible to bards, clerics, sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards. So every caster except druids. Oh well.
Move. Come
Uh, I really like the character. I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but in terms of personality traits, I really like. There's nothing I like more than a good mystery
Mm-hmm.
for him.
Yeah.
For a personality quirk, that just speaks to me.
But the third one fits as well, but the fourth one is more
Sure.
generous.
Well, you can choose two.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
So, the third and the fourth.
I think so.
Okay.
Because there's no malice, there's no like contempt. I don't think.
No.
Yeah, he's a very spiteful person. Doesn't seem like.
Knowledge, it's going to be one.
Knowledge. Okay.
And then how many do we pick here? One or two?
Well, it looks like it's just one. So for like personality traits, you could choose two,
Okay.
but for everything else, I think you just choose one. So the next one is bonds and flaws.
Okay. Three or four, maybe. Oh no, I mean, I think 3, 4, and 5 are great.
A word to preserve a life's work is a series of tomes played.
Elsewhere in the universe.
5 to me speaks to me.
Switching my whole life to the answer to a certain question.
I think that gets the vibe. That's the right
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
He's like kind of looking up at the stars sometimes when he shouldn't be, you know.
Yep.
Billions and billions.
It's believed that's maybe the reason why his first two marriages didn't work is because he was so intense on his work.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah. All right, and then flaws.
Interesting. 2 is hilarious to me. It's like taking a photo or something.
It really is.
Yeah, I think two fits because it's like the demon book.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to like watch the demon book, do its crazy, scary stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like, Carl, come on.
Carl, do something.
Okay, so now we are back. So next, I'm going to go to abilities.
All right.
So we can either do the standard array or we could do the point by. Point by gets you a little bit more wiggle room.
Oh, you're not rolling?
So when I roll using D&D Beyond, usually is like a 10, 11, or 12. Rarely do I get, anything outside of that. So point by, we can play with a little bit more.
Yeah, point by is a little more fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So, as a Calistar, so as a Calistar, he already gets a +2 for wisdom. And
okay, does it show that in the? How does this work here? Does it show it in the chart already?
So, let's see. Where
it already has the +2 or not yet?
It does the racial bonus of a +2 there and a +1 for charisma.
Great.
Yeah. But also druids, where do they get their power from?
They're wisdom based.
I think it's wisdom. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then wisdom is an automatic 15.
Yeah, that's max wisdom.
Okay.
I think it's maybe next is charisma. What's intelligence good for in this? I always forget. It's for like what checks? It's for like history checks.
History
or skill checks, I guess.
Con is important. I'd always say hit points because druids don't have very good AC because they've got con and dex are kind of important. Because he can't wear metal armor, so
no.
but he's also probably going to be wild shaped most of the time, so maybe that's not a big deal.
So what do you want to put for con? Like 12?
Probably 12 to 14, somewhere in there.
For Constitution?
Yeah, let's see what it looks like.
Okay, so I'll put it at 14. He gets a +1 on charisma as part of his race. If you already are maxed out wisdom, we don't have to worry about intelligence necessarily. But we do have to worry about dexterity and strength, because dexterity is your initiative, and strength, even though he is a druid, he does still need to be able to fight.
Yeah. If I remember right, though, the wild shape forms can be like the archer. He's shooting like star arrows, something like that. And it's I don't think it's. I think it's whiz based. I don't think it's strength or dex based.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I can double check that.
Okay.
Sorry, I need to loosen my optimizer muscles sometimes, you know.
Yeah. So what happens if we can give them 10 in strength and dex for now, right? And we have enough points.
Yep.
At least 10 in there is like enough where it's not underpowered.
Right. And so now it's just intelligence and charisma. So we can make one 11 and then another one 12.
Yeah. Yeah. So if we make charisma 11, doesn't it get boosted to 12 automatically with the +1?
Yeah, it does.
So if we do charisma 11, we'll get 12 out of it, and if we do intelligence 12, we'll get, I think, 1 out of it. Actually, does it make it 13 now?
So intelligence, there is
no
modifier,
sorry.
so it's 12.
I was confusing it with wisdom.
Okay. Yeah, wisdom is at 17 now, and then intelligence, charisma at 12. So,
yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right. And now we get to play with this and max this shit out.
Great.
I'm excited. Okay, now we get to hit the ability scores. So let's just max out that wisdom.
That's 1, 2, and then 4,
Okay.
8, 12, 16, and 19, I think, is where...
Oh, so you get to choose 2 ability boosts here?
Yes. So
wisdom, all right, because it's a 20 character.
Right.
Right.
So
right.
Is now maxed out. So what do you want to hit next?
I mean, I don't know how important charisma is for this character, but it seems for the actual character in real life, it's important. So it's a little tough. I'm not sure how charisma works for druids. Depends on whether or not this person will talk mainly in the party.
Yeah. Generally, their charisma, I would think, is probably more of a bard. Charisma based.
I think of bard and rogues as needing charisma because they're trying to persuade people to do stuff or to get out of stuff. Your paladins and your fighters and your clerics are those front lines, so charisma is not as important. Druid is kind of like in the middle. But how we did it for him is that the next highest thing that we have is Constitution.
Yeah, but I mean, Carl
Oh,
Sagan. If you see a picture of Carl Sagan, he looks like you could just hit him in the shoulder and he'll collapse. So I don't think giving him a lot of constitution.
Yeah.
He's like a skinny old man. You know,
Sure.
yes.
even
Yes.
in his prime, he was like a very skinny. Uh, you know, like a. Not to knock him, I'm just saying like
I
he
know.
wasn't
Yeah.
necessarily a big
Yeah.
guy.
Right.
Yeah.
So we
sure.
get 4 more ability score improvements.
I think we should do. I mean, is intelligence functionally helpful?
If he's going to be depending on the composition of the party
Yeah, that's
too,
true.
right? Because
Yeah.
he's proficient in, we've given him proficiencies in a couple different intelligence-based skills.
Right.
So history, arcana, religion are all int-based. So
Right.
he'd be looking at, he'd be doing like the research, for the party, like
Yeah, I
whichever
think so.
conflict. Yeah.
We gave him nature, perception, history, and religion.
Yeah, so intelligence helps a lot.
Okay. All right. So I will bump up the intelligence score. Do you want intelligence maxed out?
What's his deck?
Yeah, how's his dex? Maybe some dexterity would be helpful.
All right. So his dex is right now at a 10.
It's 10. Yeah, so maybe
Yeah.
we can help that out.
Okay.
Yeah, I like dex more than con for him because it fits better.
So let me show you what we have so far for his scores, if that'll help. Okay, so his dex is now con is a 14, intelligence 13, wisdom 20, and charisma 12.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful character right there.
Well, we've got
That's
more
fun.
that we can bump him up. We've got more. So we've got 2 more.
All right.
Maybe some more decks, just to be safe.
Yeah.
More decks? Okay.
Yeah, because I
So,
like those
more
cosmic
decks.
arrows.
Yeah. All right, and for the last one, I'll take you back to his abilities so you can see. Dex and Con 14, Strength 10, Charisma 12, Intelligence 13, Wisdom 20.
Wow, dexterity and con are 14. That's really good. And we're maxing wisdom, so we can give him another charisma boost. I mean, that's the kind of guy he
Give him more
is.
charisma?
The man was a poet.
All right.
Yeah.
The man could
His
keep an
charisma-
audience in the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll
That
take
will
his
mean
last boost.
to 14. Okay.
+2.
So
This is a very well-rounded character.
yes, it
This
is.
nice.
All right. So his abilities, and I'll come back for spells. So 14, 14, 13. All right. Yeah, he's very well rounded.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Very strong.
All right. He's kicking tail and taking names. All right. Are you ready for the art? Spells.
All right.
All right.
Plus, druids
So-
prepare spells, so we can change it. He can change it up every day. So
Yes, we
Yeah.
get to choose 25.
Oh my God.
All right.
Level
So
20.
let's do our 4 cantrips.
Guidance is a good one for helping
Okay.
out the party.
Yeah. I'm not too familiar with these. I don't know what they do.
So I do like Thunderclap because I can show you. Thunderclap, you create a burst of sound that basically everybody has to throw a con save.
That's great. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
like
do
that.
up to 4d6 of damage on a failed save.
The other good thing about trips is that you don't have to worry about spell slots. You just keep doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Maybe a damage one, like create bonfire.
Create bonfire.
Another damage one, I mean.
I'm sorry?
Another damage one, just in case.
Oh, okay. Frostbite is a good one.
Space is cold.
That's true. That's pretty good.
Ooh. You can create parasites.
That's interesting.
That's a gross.
Yeah, that's so gross.
Cantrip. I don't like that one very. I have a character that has that cantrip, and I've never used it just because it oogs me out. I'm just like, ugh.
But hey, it's effective.
Yeah.
Why did I choose this?
It paralyzes you with grossness.
Yes. Primal savagery.
I don't know about that. I like the cold. I like the elemental stuff. Like it kind of makes sense.
Okay, so frostbite.
The heat of the soul and the cold of space.
Yeah. Yeah, I think frostbite's kind of cool. Yeah. What does it do? It's you can cause numbing frost, so it's another con save.
Right, and the person also has disadvantage on the next weapon attack.
Yeah. So how many cantrips do we do? So let's get the bonfire. Let's get frostbite.
Okay. Bonfire.
That way we can just we have all the elements covered.
All right. So we have our 4 cantrips. Now it is time for our 25 spells.
Oh boy.
Okay. So we could take this backwards and then start at level 9. And then go from there, or we start at level 1 and then come down.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what I want to know what the best. I want to know what those level 9 spells are.
All right, let me take you down to level 9. Here we go. True Resurrection. Ooh, wow, that's a good one.
That's crazy. Foresight. What's that? That sounds interesting.
All right, Foresight.
Divination. That sounds good. Wow.
It's like light speed is no longer a constant. You can look into the future.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. I think that's very cool. I like that a lot.
Foresight. Okay. Shape change.
He's already a druid.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like a very powerful transmutation or something.
True Resurrection I really like because anybody in your party that dies and they haven't been dead for longer than 200 years and they didn't die from old age.
That seems very powerful.
Going into hypersleep or something. And like you're waking them up.
Yep.
I'm sci-fi nerding all over this. I'm sorry.
That's great.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. That's like one of the most helpful things I've seen.
All right. Now into level 8, starting with Tsunami.
What is Sunburst?
Ooh, let's find out. Sunburst. Brilliant sunlight flashes.
Hell
they have to make a con save.
12d6? Oh my god.
Radiant damage and is blinded.
Wow. That's great. I want that. Let's get that.
All right.
It's like
12d6 is insane.
Oh my gosh, it's like we're shopping in Target. I would like a sunburst, please. Maybe an earthquake.
It is a bit like that because it's like no one really gets to have a free level 20 character.
Right.
It doesn't really happen.
No, it does not happen. Animal shapes, uh, antipathy, sympathy, control weather, earthquake, feeble mind.
Feeble
What's the
mind.
sympathy one?
Okay.
What does that do?
It attracts or repels creatures of your choice.
I don't know. It seems a little too weird.
It causes the
Not
creature
a-
to be kind to you.
I'm not into mind control stuff.
Yeah, but when you're getting your tail kicked in a party, it's nice to have somebody who's like, "Oh, I don't want to kill you now."
Yeah, but I think I want the evil people to be into that kind of stuff, not the good people.
Okay. All right. Uh, what about, let's see what feeble mind does. Attempting to shatter its intellect and personality.
I mean, I'm sure Carl Sagan's first ex-wives would have something to say about this one.
The creature's intelligence and charisma scores become 1.
That's so nasty.
Yeah.
That's
They
so
can't
nasty.
activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way.
It's a lobotomy.
Wow.
Yep.
No, Carl Sagan wouldn't do that.
Okay, so your choices then
I think
are
control weather.
Control weather. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's very druidy. That's very sounds very cool.
All right. 5 miles of you for the duration. Okay.
I love that.
All right. So now,
sky so we can look at the stars.
Yeah, exactly. You pull out a telescope and then you make all the clouds go away.
7th level, Firestorm, Mirage Arcane, Plane Shift, Regenerate, Reverse Gravity, Whirlwind.
Let's see what plane shift. Let's see what plane shift and reverse gravity do.
Okay, plane shift.
It's like dimension hopping.
Mm-hmm.
You and up to 8 link hands and transport to a different plane of existence. Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one we liked?
You also liked. Hold on, let me just prepare this real quick. You also liked reverse gravity.
Yeah, what's that? Let's see. That's very anime. Like, it's a very cool anime type move.
Yep. If some solid, such as ceiling, is encountered in this fall, strike it as they would during a normal downward fall. Ouch.
Yeah, both of those work.
All right.
Cool.
You also sing the song Defying Gravity. Okay. Windwalk I like, and Wall of Thorns I like too. But you've got transport via plants. That's a good one. Sunbeam, Primordial Ward, Move Earth, Investiture of Wind, Stone, Ice, and Flame. Hero's Feast is a good one, as well as Heal, Find the Path. I know. Druid Grove, Conjure Fey, Bones of the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I would be remiss if I did not mention that druids are a pretty good healer. Just in case the party doesn't have a cleric.
Yeah, there should be a heal spell in there.
Okay. Hero's Feast is always a good one too.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take that too. What does that do? Just conjure. It's like really good conjuring, right?
So basically, it's to provide, I guess, help or strength for your party.
Mm-hmm.
The creature is cured of all diseases and immune to poison and frighten, makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage.
Oh, that's really cool.
Max increases by 2d10.
Wow.
Windwalk can get you out of a bad situation pretty quickly.
Yeah. Oh, that's really great. I like that a lot.
Yeah. And that can go with the transportation, the teleportation one. So we don't necessarily need it because we have that teleportation one.
Hmm.
It does take a while to cast.
You have a resistance to acid, cold, fire, lightning, and thunder damage.
Hmm. That's not bad. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Move Earth is a good one too.
Reshape dirt, sand, or clay, and any manner you choose.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Let's see. We've got. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. We've got 17 more spells that we can add. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So move Earth.
Yeah, let's take that.
And Primordial Ward.
What does Wall of Thorns do?
So this one, if I remember it correctly, is the one where it makes it difficult for people to come after you.
Okay. Yeah, it's like an area control spell.
Yeah, that's great. I like that.
Okay.
Let's take that. Right. I mean, I feel like we have more slots than spells at this point.
Oh yeah, we've got so many spells that we could take right now. All right, so in the last 5, ooh, this is taking forever. Come on now.
Goodberry is a great druid spell.
14 more.
Which one's
What's
great?
That? Goodberry. It's like you conjure a bag of magic berries, and each of them is 1 HP. So it's like a little bag of healing snacks.
Okay. Goodberry.
Isn't Fairy Fire a good thing too? It's like armor reduction or something.
I think it like reveals invisible enemies.
Oh, it's basically to show enemies to make them visible.
Right.
Okay.
To bring light
hide from you.
Yeah. Fairy Fire.
Okay, so
absorb element.
Mm-hmm.
What do again?
Ooh, charm person. Which one?
What does absorb elements do? Is it like just an armor boost?
So basically, it's T'Challa's suit that Shuri built.
Oh, right. So absorb it, and then you can gain resistance to triggering damage. This time you hit with a melee attack on your turn. Extra 6 damage.
It's exactly Black Panther's suit that Shuri built.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Worth considering.
I mean, this is like the druid's shield or the armor spell that wizards have or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Charm person and charm monster, I kind of like.
Yeah. Oh, do we get hold monster?
We get. Let me see. I can go back here and look for it. Hold. We get hold person, and we get charm person and monster.
Okay.
So we can hold the person, and then we can also do charm monster.
What does a charm monster do? Like, what does charm mean? It's just they listen to you? Is it a charisma roll or wisdom?
Yeah. They have to make a wisdom.
It becomes the creature becomes friendly to you for an hour, it looks like. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. So you might want to get clear of the creature before.
Yeah, those are tricky.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it works. We can take one of those for like defensive purposes.
Okay. And then hold person.
Yeah, that means they can't move, right?
Yeah, they have to succeed on a throw.
Yeah, that's good. I've had a lot of good luck with that spell in the past.
Okay. We've got 9 more spells.
Oh my god.
I know.
A favorite of mine with these sorts of characters, if only to just get somebody back on their feet quickly, is Healing Word.
Ooh, and we have Mass Cure Wounds too.
Yeah, let's get some more healing in there.
Healing Word.
Healing
Okay.
too? Wow.
Which one?
Healing.
Take them both.
Yeah.
Take them both. Okay. And then we also have.
It's tough to heal in combat, but you're probably like better off just killing people.
Yeah, I guess so.
Killing the enemy, but depends on how things are going.
Yeah, it depends on the group makeup. We don't really know.
Okay, so we're missing.
Ooh.
Let's see what we're missing here. We've got first and second level.
Call lightning?
That's pretty great.
We're missing third level. And yeah, we're missing. Okay, so let's see what we've got for third level. Call lightning. Dispel magic.
Dispel magic.
Dispel magic's good.
Yeah. Speak with plants. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that seems interesting. I wonder how we can work that into the.
Well, a lot of our fights seem to take place outside, or you're following somebody outside. So you can kind of ask them, hey, which way did they go?
And they just like lean gently.
Yeah, I think that's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a cute thing for the story. You can he can definitely have fun with that.
Yes, he could. All right, 4 more.
We also, it should be noted, like, don't need to worry about these. Like, at the end of every long rest, he can pick different ones. So
yeah, that's true. What about dark vision?
Dark vision?
Do we need something like that?
Does the race already have dark vision?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
I'll try.
Hold on. Everybody go to your research.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
I don't see anything. Vision.
Does not look like it.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
All right, so dark vision it shall be.
Cool.
All right. Find traps.
What's enhance ability do?
All right, let's see.
Locate animals or plants is another good one.
You touch a creature and bestow upon it a magical enhancement. And you choose bear's endurance, bull's strength, cat's grace, equal splendor. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's like just to give somebody a buff.
Yeah. What was the other one that you said?
I think locate animals or plants looks interesting.
Okay.
I don't know.
So that could help if you needed to locate an animal to help you escape, or you needed a plant to help heal someone. Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
Liz uses that so well all the time.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that.
Pass without trace. Ooh.
Oh. That's
That's
a good
really
sneaky
interesting.
one.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get that.
Okay, hold on. I think that's our limit. Yep, we hit our limit.
All right,
Sweet.
that's great.
Okay. Whew. That was so much. Now we're at equipment. All right. What should Carl Sagan wear? All right. So for armor, these are our choices.
Because he can't wear metal, so because druid.
Ah, okay.
It's gonna be like padded leather then, or
Hide
We
or
could do studded leather. Yeah, padded leather. Leather. Hide. Can we do hide?
yeah, whatever the best version is. He's level 20, so he definitely is gonna have the better, whatever the better like skin is.
Hide might be the best one for us because it's also a medium armor.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, hide is the highest, right?
That we can do for this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he can be smoldering. He could have something casting off of him, or he could be forever clean.
What does that mean?
Armor
Forever
of
clean.
Gleaming means it never needs to be cleaned off. It always looks good.
I don't know. I don't know if a
So
druid
he
is
can.
like too bothered by that.
Okay. So
I
we
mean, I
could just
get
give
it
him.
too. It's
Yeah.
interesting. Well, maybe, yeah. Is it still like leather? Like it still counts as
Yeah, it's his hide. It's just that. Let me show you. The armor never gets dirty. So
It's great.
basically, after a fight, he still looks
Let's
good.
do it. Let's do
He's always got to be camera ready, right? Like he's
Right.
Yeah, that's true. He was a public
All right.
media figure.
Yes.
maybe a shield too, like a wooden shield or something.
Okay. Let's see.
That's +2 of +2 extra AC.
I don't think he's allowed a shield.
He's
It's not coming.
proficient in it.
This is
It
the
should
right.
come up under weapon, shouldn't it?
Armor, maybe, I think.
Let me see. Okay, I'll just type in shield. Okay, there it is, shield. Okay. And then weapons.
I mean, it could be cool.
Yeah.
You could have like a cool scimitar or something. Moon touch scimitar.
A moon
He has enough
touch
dexterity.
scimitar. Okay.
Yeah, like these moon weapons look
plus.
cool.
Okay, let me go back
What do they
to
do?
this. You say scimitar, moon touch sword, scimitar.
Yeah, let's see what that thing does.
All right. In darkness, the unsheathed blade of the sword sheds moonlight.
It's beautiful.
That's cool.
That is beautiful. All right. And, ooh, a dragon slayer scimitar. Have any daggers? Or are we going to give him or do you want to give him a crossbow?
Well, I think he has like some kind of magical archery thing, no?
Probably use. Yes, that's whenever. So he can wild shape twice.
Right, into the
archer. 3 times per short rest, I think. Plus, he's probably going to be using. He could probably use cantrips too, like for fire damage or whatever.
Okay. All right. Are you ready to see him?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be great.
You're like, yeah. Never wake somebody up from a hypersleep. That is something to know. All right, it's just gonna take forever for this to move over. Hold on for a second. All right, so Flood, what did you have for dinner? What was your daddy's dinner? Well, this takes forever to come up.
Wow, it's really crunching the numbers.
It really is crunching the numbers. It also doesn't help that I'm doing all of this from a small laptop. Here we go.
All right.
Yay. Oh, I forgot to put him in his stuff. Okay. Because that armor class is low. So let me put him in his stuff.
Oh, okay. That's how it works in this. You can just
There
toggle
we
it on. That's cool.
go. Yes. Now 16. Okay. I was like, that's
Wow.
kind of low.
It's good
All
hit
right.
points.
Yes. Excellent hit points. Passive perception of 21. Perception of plus
Fantastic.
11. Yep. Not bad.
That's really
Yeah.
strong. Yeah, this is great. I'd play with this character. I would love to play with this character.
That may be what we have to do. We like as creating characters. Oh, we gave him guidance twice.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do we
All
know
right,
it?
so-
I think we know it. We know it because of the Circuit of Stars. That's why. I forgot about that.
Okay. So that means that we get to add in another cantrip. So that's okay. All right. Let's see. Goodberry. Okay, so we gave him too many on the guiding bolt. This is always the fun part where you're just like, I should not have added that. Oh well.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's weird that it doesn't tell you it's already there.
I think it does. I just don't think that we looked at it.
I don't think. Yeah.
Because it says
But
here,
now-
it says there's two of them, right? There's Guiding Bolt and there's Guiding Bolt Star Map. What does it say next to it?
Okay,
When you're
let's see.
holding the star map, you can cast Guiding Bolt.
But it says it
Yeah.
twice. And I see this 1U. What is the 1U? What is that?
I think it's like at different levels. One use. It says here one use.
Oh, okay. And then you can. All right.
Yeah. So I don't know. It seems like it's actually, maybe it's technically correct. We just don't understand it.
We don't understand it, but we will learn.
So,
Okay.
I'm going to actually look at the course description, not the course description, but the description of the thing. You have the Guiding Bolt spell prepared. It counts as a druid spell for you, and it doesn't count against the number of spells you can have prepared. So you can cast Guiding Bolt without expending a spell slot.
So it's like a freebie that you have.
Yeah, you can do so a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Okay.
That's insane.
That's a great freebie.
Yeah.
We can do it up to 6 times per long rest because of the proficiency bonus is plus 6 at level 20. Wow.
Ooh.
And Guiding Bolt is great for helping the party, too.
I love this for Charm Monster. They have to have a whiz roll of 19, which is not likely. Nice.
Depends on the kind of...
It does depend on the kind of monster, but nice. Nice.
Wow, this character is really cool.
Yeah.
This is a cool character.
I love that there are some space tinged or space adjacent or space related splashes throughout, with moonbeam and reverse gravity and plane shift and all that.
Yeah. We tapped into the cosmic stuff.
Hmm. I just love him as a. I love the idea of him as like the guardian of an old, like an ancient observatory or something. That,
Yeah, he's like
um,
the one druid that like cares about stuff that the rest of them are like, why do you care about that stuff? He's like in the observatory by himself.
hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, this is neat.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. Wow. Mind leak response. When you're using mind leak to speak telepathically to a creature, to speak telepathically with you for 1 hour. Nice. And here's our wild shape.
Yep.
Nice.
I like the starry form a lot.
Uh-huh.
Cosmic
Full of
omen.
stars. You become
Person.
partially corporeal, giving you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
That's really cool. Yeah, I would love to play this character. That'd be really fun. You guys
Yes.
should make a like United Nations campaign where like you guys just should make a campaign where you have like a United Nations and then the like your bad guys show up and start attacking it and then it's like Power Rangers or something.
Hmm.
Well, we do have some bad guys because we've got Holly, Cruz, Putin.
I know.
Yeah. So we
You
really
have more bad
could.
guys than good guys.
Not necessarily. We've got some good guys in there.
We want to
Yeah.
stay on the FSB on the Russian FSB's good side. 'Cause you never
Nate,
know.
our picture is already up in their offices. We're already screwed, man. We're already screwed.
I think you're
All
fine.
right, yeah. All right. So that was
Great.
our We're Back episode
Woohoo!
of So You Want to Lead a Party. Oh my gosh, Jesse, you are our first guest, and it was
Yeah.
a pleasure having you on here.
That was fun. I loved it.
It also means I have less editing to do, so that helps. Oh my gosh, that helps so much.
Great.
I screwed myself over where I let my job know I have editing software and
No.
that I have,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Bad.
so I'm screwed.
You're
Oh,
gonna have to find a rate. You're gonna have to find a billing rate and bill them for it.
I know, right?
That's how
I
it
really
works.
shouldn't. Actually, you know what I probably do is just tell them, let's do this in the winter where we don't have to worry about being on the farm.
Right.
That makes more sense. And then maybe I can talk them into letting me do it from home.
That's the dream.
That is the dream. I think that's what I'll do. Well,
Awesome.
Jesse, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's great to be here.
Nate, it has been a while since I've seen you, friend. Andrew, uh, I'm going to say this in the creepiest way that I can possibly muster. Thanks, Daddy. Uh,
I knew you were gonna say it, and I still was taken aback.
and thank you for joining us. And we'll be back next week, and we'll figure out who we're going to do next week.
Great.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody.